Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? I'm good. I'm thrilled actually to unveil this piece and talk a little bit about nostalgia today. There's something incredibly enchanting to me about these moments that transport us back in time. And to figure out to put this on paper is and was a difficult challenge, I think, because generalizing, we all have different experiences, and nostalgia is so very personal that it's difficult to find a generalized thought of what connects us and where do we feel nostalgia together. What a lot of people might seem to find nostalgic are maybe the touch of a used book, or maybe the smell of a used book, or definitely a show that you watched as a kid or I watched as a kid. The melody comes up, I'm feeling the vibes, honestly. But then this is very personal. What show did we watch? I think a bunch of us did grow up watching the same shows, but not everybody. And on this road, I think I have to decide for myself that I don't have to make generalized nostalgia. Not everybody has to see this what I see. And that's okay. Maybe not only okay, but important even to be even more personal towards a few people, and especially towards me, to have it really mean something to me. And in this particular piece, where I am exploring my nostalgia towards my grandma, and especially fall. There's something about fall and a little bit of rain and a little bit of wind that just keeps on reminding me of my grandmother. And honestly, I treasure those moments. I do feel like I'm going the right direction now, at least. At least that is for me. I'm starting to get that feeling that I want to portray in this project, I guess, this line of work that I'm moving towards, and it's difficult to grasp, like the full concept of what nostalgia is. And technically, it's just a feeling of a happy memory turned sad, right? Because it's over. So it has like this dissonance in it. I'd love to hear from you. What are things that bring nostalgia to you? I think for me it's definitely fall or spring, where I always tend to be nostalgic. And I do feel nostalgic, especially with shadow. If it hits a certain way, it just reminds me of my childhood. And I guess there are a lot of things right off the top of my head. It's difficult to think of more. Wondering where this will take me eventually down the line. I've been actively thinking and working on this concept for quite a while to even start to grasp it. It was really difficult, because the questions I asked myself were how do I even go about this? Do I try to make the material be coherent towards a nostalgic feeling? Do I try to make it more crafty, like we all did probably when we were kids, work with these thin papers and make like things you could glue to the windows and stuff like that? I've been thinking about this, and I'm not so sure, or I wasn't so sure back then. Now I'm moving towards watercolors, because the question was, do I have this feeling in the way I work, or because there's definitely different objects, or that was my first thought right when I started out with this whole topic. There are different objects or different settings that definitely evoke nostalgia in me, but then I would be stuck and glued to this one thing that I would have to paint, or limited by it. I didn't really like the thought of just, I don't know, for example, like painting children's toys. That wasn't really my goal, even though it might even bring nostalgia to you if you were a child who played with that particular toy. So, like, I think it was a month ago, was it? What's October? 3 months ago, where I started to experiment with stylizing my work. Because before I worked in the shape of realism, not really with realistic colors, but in the shape of realism. And there was always something intriguing to me about the deformation of bodies. So it felt like the right step to take and the right direction to take for this particular work as well. Or for the line of work, better to say, because it's not a singular work that I'm aiming in. I'm aiming towards a line of work of exploring the medium, exploring the capabilities of the medium for my use. Because in a way, I think it's a very funny. I don't know if that's true or anything. I mean, all the psychology students, professors, or whatever can maybe tell me if that's right. But my idea is that if I aim for being nostalgic in the future, then I think I aim for creating happy moments that last me forever. Because in a way, it's very nice to look back and be able to be nostalgic, allow yourself to not to live in the past, but to enjoy the past from the present. And of course, it's sad that it's over, but that's what life is, right? We can only move forward, and that's good. Anyway, this is enough for today. I hope you like this painting. I do. So, have a good day.